Hey now, welcome to episode 5. It's TNT, Tom on the Tones. It's April 12th. Got a lot. We got some Masters talk, some baseball talk, tiny bit of WrestleMania talk. Why not? A lot of shit to cover. Tones, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm fired up. I got season tickets for the arena football team down here in Baltimore Brigade. Season openers tomorrow night. I got season tickets in the bunker, which is like the main thing. It was a drunken purchase. I got my bonus a couple months ago, and I always spend it on stupid shit because I live alone. So I'm fully supporting that arena football team. What's up?
What's the bunker?
The bunker is right behind the end zone, and it's like front row. It's like the VIP section. It's an open bar. It was expensive. Like, I mean, like it's like the price you pay. You might as well. I could get like Buccaneer season tickets. Like it's like over $1,000. It's like $650, but they let you finance it because they only started last year, so I could pay like $25 a month for like the rest of my life.
35 years.
All good, yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it with a quick Masters recap. So we had a very, very interesting Masters. So I'll start off with like everybody's wants to know about what happened to Tiger because I know you didn't watch it. Everybody's pretty much rooting for Tiger. He made it into the weekend. He made the cut, but he was terrible. He just couldn't putt, couldn't chip. Even when he was hitting the fairways, when he couldn't in the first two rounds, he just kind of really lost it. And so did Phil. Phil had it. Phil was just out there being a piece of shit, just like didn't want to be there after he fucked up his first two rounds. So Tiger, it's still hard to get a read. He was at 5 over at one point, way out of it when everybody was scoring birdies. He ended up finishing only 1 over. He was 5 over on Saturday, and then had a nice little 3 under round or 4 under round on Sunday. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, what was the 3 under round? I'm sorry, I fucked it up. Whatever happened, he finished at +1. Yeah, he just wasn't in it. I mean, it's I have the numbers written down, but it doesn't fucking matter. He was never in contention. It was bad the whole way through. So people are freaking out. He's not going to play for a while. So we'll have to see what happened. But,
I mean, at least, he was in the, like, what was the last time he actually went to the Masters to compete? It's got to be a while, right?
He tried a couple years ago, and yeah, I mean, this is the first year he's completely healthy. I mean, this is the year he couldn't blame health on like him playing like shit. He just, he couldn't make any putts. He was just doing a lot of stupid shit out there, like trying to like a 10-foot putt for birdie, and he'll just try to like drive it in, like just to amp up the crowd, and he'll just miss it, and it like goes by 6 feet, and he'll have a par putt coming back that was harder than the birdie putt. So that's pretty much the story of Tiger's round, and it was disappointing because, like I said in the last episode, I always take off for the Masters, and I went to New York City. We watched it in a bar, and I was really hoping that Tiger was going to be in the mix for that weekend, but he wasn't. It was still an incredible Masters, though. It was awesome. It had everything that you wanted, except it had a winner that most people didn't want to see win, Patrick Reed, who finished with 15 under. I mean, that's an incredible score.
That's pretty good. I don't know much about golf, but I know that's pretty good.
It's at Augusta too. I mean, that's banana land. I mean, there have been. I mean, I think that's the score that Tiger had when he blew out the Masters in like 2004 or 5. When he just blew out the field, like second place was like -4, then he was like 16 under. But Patrick Reed won. Ricky Fowler made a really good effort. He shot 5 under on the Sunday. He, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, as a good buddy of mine likes to always say. And Spieth, that was the big thing. Spieth shot 8 under on Sunday. So remember in the last one I was saying you only have to be about 7 back to be in it. And everybody's like, whoa. Well, there you go. Spieth was he pretty much had it. And on the 18th hole, he had a position to get a birdie and tie it and then go into the clubhouse and then put real pressure on Patrick Reed, who was 3 holes behind him. So he would have been like, fuck Spieth, just like what him. He hit a drive on 18, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with 18. It's like a chute, so there's big trees on your right and the left. He clipped a little twig getting through, and it dropped down, and his drive went about like 150 yards, and then he was fucked. Yeah. So he ended up making bogey and fucked everything up. He could have been sitting pretty, but if it wasn't for that damn twig. So I mean, the bar that I was at, every time Patrick Reed missed a putt, everybody was like, yeah. Everybody went nuts. But
I never heard of this guy before, but like everyone just hates him. Like everybody.
Yeah. So his story is like when he was in college, I don't know like the specifics of it, but he was a cheater. Like he used to do some things where he'd fuck up his scores and like do things where he can put his team in a better spot, I guess. But it was a greasy business. He also used to go through the lockers and steal shit out of them. He's a thief too.
So just a scumbag overall.
Yeah, and he wears a fucking choke necklace with like the shark tooth on it. I mean, like that's
and puka shells. Like.
Yeah, and Nike wouldn't let him wear red and black on Sunday. They made him wear pink like the rest of him because Tiger can only wear red and black. And like they're like, let's be honest, like Patrick Reed, like, yeah, you're good at golf, but like you're an asshole, so you're not allowed to just take red and black from Tigers, and nobody's rooting for you. So he ended up winning. He's got his first green jacket, as Nick Faldo said at the end, as Imagine Dragons would say, "Welcome to the new age," which was like ridiculous.
What a douchey
what a douche thing to say. It was just the first thing he said after he made the putt on 18 to lock it up. And he's like, as Imagine Dragons would say, "Welcome to the new age." Like, everybody's like, "What?"
Like if you're gonna quote a band, like there's so many, like Imagine Dragons. Like I don't have a problem with them, but to just come out and quote them, I mean, like they're whatever. I don't like them, I don't hate them, but like if you're gonna win the Masters and that's the first line you drop after like you win, that you're just a douche.
Jim Nantz is like, I guess. That was ridiculous. So yeah, Patrick Reed walks away with his first green jacket. Not a lot of people are too happy with it, even though he played absolutely incredible. He was Captain America in the Ryder Cup this year. He literally single-handedly beat Europe for us. So, I mean, that he does have some good things, but his past is just ridiculous. And the fact that he wears a choke collar is just like, you're a tool, man. Like that's it. Like I wouldn't want to grab a beer with him. But I guess we can all say that we won in the sense that Bubba Watson didn't win because he's the biggest asshole of them all. So I guess that's the best way to kind of conclude on it. So that's the Masters talk. Quick rundown of the show today. We're going to get right into baseball as usual. There's been a lot of shit going on. Yankees, Red Sox heated up again. It's been fantastic. Then we got some more stuff relating to these brawls that we'll get into. I don't want to spoil it, but it's fantastic. You're going to want to stick around. Then we have our classic segments. And then we're going to save our 4-pack of questions for the Saturday episode. And we're going to add in, I'll do a horse race on Saturday. Fuck it. Why not? Hopefully I don't spend too much money tomorrow night. And then we'll have some laughs on Saturday, less sports focused too. So we'll jump right into baseball. So there are a lot of brawls, a lot of them. Arenado first got hit by Perdomo on San Diego. He charged the mound immediately. This is after 3 San Diego batters got hit by Colorado too. So Arenado kind of saw it coming, I guess, and that's like why he's like, if you fucking hit me, I'm coming after you. Joe Kelly hit Tyler Austin, which we'll touch on when we talk about the Yankees-Red Sox game. And then the low-key thing that nobody even realized in the Rangers game, Trout got hit by them in a retaliation kind of pitch. That's the 11th time the Texas Rangers have hit Trout in his career. Trout's batting .335 with a 1.056 OPS against them in his lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to play Mike Trout 18, 19 times a year and he hit like that off me, I'd hit him too. Like,
well, the thing is that the numbers are showing that when you do that, you're pissing him off, and he's just going to go yabos on you like all day long.
So just hit him every time.
And then he'll just come right back up and just launch a bomb right in your face. And I have a question for you too about that we'll get to. But going back to the Arenado fight, so Arenado gets hit immediately, not even a thought, unlike the fight that we saw in the Yankees game. Arenado just he's a savage. Like, you don't want to fuck with Nolan Arenado. No. He's a guy who really wants to
win. I didn't realize I haven't watched any of his games this year, but he's got some nice flow. And when he was running out there and like the hair was blown in the breeze and he's swinging and like the hair's going with like, it was majestic.
As a huge Nolan Arenado guy, I always have him on my fantasy baseball teams, and I'm gay. I hate the long hair. He was so much better looking without the long hair. This is a new thing for him. This is like he's always had short hair. He brought out the long hair this year. I mean, it's great for the fight, but for the looks, don't like it.
Yeah, for sure. You have to have a certain type of long hair to pull it off. I mean, but in that moment, like when he was moving, he was throwing punches. Like it looked good. I'm not gay, but I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but just for the looks, it's no good. But anyway, when he charged the mound, Perdomo threw his glove at him. Like, I mean,
that guy's gonna stop.
After you throw a 90-mile-an-hour like fastball right at him, like you really think like you're gonna throw the glove and that's gonna like stop him? Are you kidding me? And then Nolan Arenado came about like an inch away from actually landing a big fucking right hook.
That's my biggest gripe with baseball fights is like even the good ones. There's not a lot of good blows landed.
It's so hard because once you charge the mound, everything is collapsing on you. You have one shot.
Yeah, that's true. Because like you see him coming for 60 feet 6 inches, and you're like, all right, he's coming, and like like you said, you have time to plan for it. But yeah, it's I like a good baseball fight. I like the the whole hold me back aspect of it.
Yeah, because they don't want to. It's a long season. You don't want to hurt yourself in a brawl this early. But there's only one time I can really remember where somebody charged the mound and it actually turned into like a legitimate like fight. Is when it was I think it was Reds Cubs when Kyle Farnsworth was on the Cubs a long time ago. Like, remember Kyle Farnsworth?
I remember him.
He was such a piece of shit pitcher, but nobody knew the whole time that he was a black belt in karate and he's like a master of Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
I didn't even know that.
Nobody knew that. Yeah, exactly. He did it to the guy who charged the mound. So if you go back and watch the clip here, we'll add it in. The guy didn't know, and Kyle Farnsworth basically picks him up by the midsection all the way up and then slams him down and lands like 5 punches right in his face. The guy he walks away bloodied and battered, and everybody's like, holy shit, the fucking nerd with the glasses. Kyle Farnsworth the entire time is like an ass kicker.
I don't remember that, but funny story about Kyle Farnsworth is in high school, I actually played baseball with Mariano Rivera Jr. His son went to my high school, so I played with him, and he was saying like, out of all like the Yankees, like Kyle Farnsworth was like by far like the craziest one. Like he said, like people knew to stay away from him in the locker room. Like he was a nutcase.
Yeah, and that I mean, like I don't know why that never gets talked about because that was like the most intense fight. But it's good to hear you hung out with Mariano Rivera Jr. and he wasn't involved in that lightning strike in the pool.
What?
That's an over the line.
what do you mean lightning strike in the pool?
I think Mariano Rivera is like half of like I'm not sure the whole story, but I just remember that there was a massive tragedy where like he was like the scene in my head is like he's grilling burgers like at a pool party in like the Dominican Republic and like lightning struck the pool and everybody in it died. So
oh my God.
Big time over the line. I'm not sure the details of it, but oops. No. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. We will move into the Yankees-Red Sox game. So this was tough for me because I was flying all over the place from middle of nowhere, Alabama yesterday. So I had to pull. I was listening to just John Sterling the entire time in my headphones, which is tough. But long story short of what happened to me, I had a flight from Alabama to Atlanta, and I had a flight from like 7:20 to 8:20 to get to Atlanta, and my flight from Atlanta to Baltimore was at like 7:40. So, and Atlanta airport, I'm not sure if you've ever been there, is the biggest fucking airport I've ever seen. So they dropped me off at gate D40 and my flight that I had to go catch was at 8:04. So I had to run like legitimately a mile in like 13 minutes with like my baggage and like my nice clothes on. I'll tell you what, I guess that's a bone to pick later, but the people who stand on those walking escalator things,
my God, they're the worst.
When you need to be somewhere, like they settle the fat asses on there and they just stand there like farting around. Fuck out of the way, idiot. But yeah, so Yankees got blown out 14-1 in the first game. They came back yesterday. It was looking like it was going to be a blowout. Then they got into the brawl and they kind of came back, which is a little bit embarrassing in my opinion. Like I wish we kind of were able to hold them off the whole way.
Yeah.
But so anyway, what happened was Tyler Austin slid into was it Brock Holt?
It was Brock Holt. Yeah, he came in a little hot, but it was a perfectly legal slide. I mean, maybe the cleats were up a little bit, but it was he touched the bag and he didn't go too far over the bag. Brock Holt was just being a big fat pussy. Like this, if this was I don't want to sound like an old head, but if this was 40 years ago, no one would have blinked twice at it. I was watching MLB Network today, and they were showing some of the old slides, and these guys were just like not even going anywhere near the bag, just going right at their knees. Like
you don't even have to go that far back. Just look at Chase Utley highlights. I mean, like a lot of these rules were in place because of him.
Who do you take out? Wilmer Flores or was it?
He took out Wilmer Flores, and broke his leg.
Yeah,
and in a playoff game too, I believe.
Yeah,
it was fucked
for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I've watched it a bunch of times, and I mean, I can't say it was clean. I mean, his spikes were up, and the rule is the unwritten rule. I mean, Chipper Jones came on the MLB Network, and it's like, hey, kid, like if you slide with your spikes up, you're gonna get hit.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't say it's clean, but it's legal. It's legal. There was nothing wrong with it. They even reviewed it, which I thought was crazy.
That's why it's unwritten rules. It's respect. And like, if you really look at it in slow-mo, like he had spikes going right into Brock Holt's ankle. And like, that's kind of dangerous.
You don't like it, get out of the way. That's the whole point of turning a double play. You're supposed to catch it and jump off, off to the side. So you don't, that's what they teach you coming up, through Little League is to not stand in the base path. If you stand in the base path and you get cleated, that's just part of the game. I
was going to come in here basically because John Sterling sucks at calling games now. I mean, I'm sick of it. Like having to listen to him like call like a brawl. Like he really set it up poorly. So I really had to go back and watch it. But based on what I saw, it's Tyler Austin thought he had a routine slide. And Brock Holt stared him down. He's like, "What the fuck do you want?" And then when Tyler Austin got back up, he was like, "If you fucking hit me over that slide, I'm gonna be pissed." And they did, and they drilled him, and it's not going to hurt, Yeah,
I mean, he took it right to the ribs.
And that's why he slammed the fucking bat down. And he walked out, and I think he expected the catcher to come get him, but he didn't.
Yeah, he's like, all right, it's on.
Yeah, Joe Kelly was just like, what are you doing? Let's go, bitch. and then they charged. And then, I mean, it's safe to say that Tyler Austin got kind of manhandled there, but then all of a sudden, like, I mean, we're so much bigger than the Red Sox. I mean, we ended up in their dugout.
I mean, Stanton and Judge just basically moved the entire Red Sox team back in the dugout. They were just like,
bowled over Chris Sale. Like CC, I don't care how old he is. He is so big, and when he gets pissed off, he just fucking rumples through.
Yeah, that's not a guy you want to get mad. He seems like a big teddy bear, but like I feel like if you got him really mad.
Oh, and it's happened,
especially with the drinking problem. Like once he gets going, you don't want to mess with that.
No, and I remember back. I don't know if we've talked. Did we talk about Vicente Padilla and Mark IV? I don't think so.
No, we haven't.
Vicente Padilla. He was a pitcher from a while ago. His tradition was if I played with you and then we go to different teams, I'm going to hit you. So he always used to hit Teixeira because they played together in Texas.
Right.
So finally, he hit Teixeira at least like 4 times while we were both in the AL with him. And then eventually he ended up in LA with the Dodgers. And we had CC in his prime and he hits Teixeira. Right. Anyway, while he's in LA, and Teixeira's just like looking at the ump like, this is fucking bullshit. It's every time I play him, this guy fucking hits me. It's ridiculous. And he's just like, well, like, you don't have any proof right now. This is baseball. So then we wait for Padilla to get all the way back up, and CC's up. He throws a 98-mile-an-hour fastball right at his head.
I remember I remember that.
He didn't even try to go for the ribs or anything. He went right for his fucking eyes.
That's what you like to see out of your ace.
Oh, it was the best. And Padilla fell down, and then Padilla got up like, what the fuck are you doing? And then CC steps down on the mound. He's like, what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah.
I will kill you.
Filipino bitch. Is he? He looks Filipino. He was always greasy as fuck. Every time he was out there, he was just ugly and greasy, and he looked like he smelled.
Fat, shitty.
Yeah. He looked like he always had swamp ass.
Definitely the worst teammate you could possibly have because he's going to get you hit. Like you're going to go hit Mark Teixeira, and I'm going to fucking deal with you, idiot. You're not even that good.
Yeah, and once you leave, he's going to hit you.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we got we have a 1-1 series now. We're going into game 3. We have Sonny Gray versus Porcello. Real quick, who do you got tonight?
Real quick before we get into that, breaking news: Joe Kelly suspended 6 games, and Tyler Austin suspended 5 for the brawl.
Just for the record, I have Tyler Austin and Nolan Arenado on my fantasy team, so like this really blew for me.
I have Tyler Austin. I have Arenado, but I mean,
I should have Tyler Austin on my team, but he's been playing pretty well. It's not. I don't have any backups because I'm keeping prospects, but Sonny Gray versus Rick Porcello tonight. You think we're going to take the series, or?
I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, this always happens. Yankees Red Sox. It's like. One game is like a blowout one way. The other game is a blowout the other way. Even though last night wasn't really a blowout, but yeah. And then usually the last game is like close, like low scoring.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a close game. And Porcello, I'm so like anti Porcello just because he won that Cy Young when he shouldn't have. I mean, like I guess he had the year to do it, but it's just like there's no way he's a 24 game win pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, like he is when the teams like the Red Sox are now. Like when they're 9-2, and like he's 2-0 with like a very good ERA right now, but it's so early. And I mean, Sonny Gray is. I have a bad feeling that he's going to just be one of those scrambler pitchers who's like 100 pitches deep by the 5th inning, but he's like it's 0-0 game. Yeah,
I mean, he always pitches good, but never can go longer than like 6. Like if you're lucky, 7 innings with like 2 or 3 runs, which isn't bad. But we're expecting a lot more from him,
Yeah, I mean, just a way. I mean, I would say that we're gonna blow them the fuck out tonight if he wasn't on the mound because he's such a scrambler. Like if we had like Jordan Montgomery on the mound tonight, I would say like we're gonna fucking go off.
Yeah.
Like Stanton's gonna be like, "Fuck this, you assholes!" That was the first fight I ever got into in the Diamond. It's full on red Yankees Red Sox now, and we're such a better team than you. Fuck this, we're gonna score 20 runs now. But we'll have to see. I'll probably eat those words, but I don't know. We'll have to see. And then I got a question down. Who is your biggest surprise team, taking away from the Yankees Red Sox stuff? All in general, your biggest surprise team in the major league so far?
You go first.
All right. I think there's a clear answer. It's the 10-1 New York fucking Mets.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
Mickey fucking Callaway comes in and he's got, I mean, the rotation on paper has always been good, but Terry Collins was such a bad fucking manager. He really didn't know what he was doing. He was just like an old man with all his talent who didn't know what he was doing. And he's got these guys on, like, even if they're pitching well, like, hey, like Harvey, 85 pitches, you're out. Matt's 85 pitches, you're done. Even DeGrom and Syndergaard, because now they have all these prospects that never really developed into starters, like Lugo and Gisellman and Wheeler. Get those guys in the bullpen and then get it to Familia, who's already got fucking 6 saves already out of 11 games. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they have to compete with the Nationals. They just had a good series with them, but I mean, that rotation is good. And I mean, I still don't fully believe in that lineup. Darno just got hurt. Cespedes is going to be, he's only going to play. I mean, he's only going to play max half the season, maybe a little more.
Yeah, and he's not even playing that well right now. I mean, he's going to heat up at some point. But you look at someone like Jay Bruce, I don't see him staying hot this whole time. I mean, I don't know, like Asdrubal Cabrera, like he's a fine player, but I don't think he's going to keep playing like this. And I don't want to jinx them, but the rotation they've always had. Someone's always been hurt.
Yeah,
in that rotation, one way or another. So that's something else to look out for. I mean, again, we're only 10, 11 games in.
Yeah, they're 11. I think the second, I forget, somebody's 10-3. It might be St. Louis. I might be completely wrong, but I can't remember. But that lineup's going to go cold. That's why they're doing a great job right now of winning all these games and then preparing for the fact that this lineup's going to come bite them in the ass, eventually.
Yeah.
So they got to stack them up high now. But who's your team?
Surprise team. My team is the team you were actually referring to. That is 10-3. Is the LA Angels or the Los Angeles Angels?
That's who it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be. But yeah, I mean, obviously, Trout. You get what you expect from him. But I mean, Ohtani, he's been the biggest. Ohtani has just been like a shot in the arm for this team, who was pretty awful last year.
Pretty. No. In spring training.
No, I'm saying the team last year was awful, but I'm saying, he was awful in spring training too. He had an ERA of 27, and he was hitting under 100, right, or something like that. And
he was 2 for 23.
Yeah, exactly. And he's done nothing but rake. He's hit 3 home runs already.
I think more. I think he hit another.
Oh, really?
He is. I mean, imagine a guy who can be your ace and also like your 4-hitter.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what they were scouting, and it didn't look in spring training at all like that's what they were going to get. But now he is here. It has come to fruition, and it is scary as fuck. Yeah,
I mean, he almost threw. Had a perfect inning going for 7 games. Perfect game going for 7 innings the other night. I mean, it's unbelievable how it's just night and day from where he was in spring training.
I think he was just fucking with everybody.
Like, if he was like already a veteran, had a couple years in the league, and he had a bad spring like that, you say, okay, maybe he's messing with his pitches a little bit, trying new things. But I mean, especially someone who he's not making a lot of money. I mean, if you're paying him $100 million and you're like, yeah, he's going to make the opening day roster no matter what. But the fact that he's only 23, 24, whatever, and he's making like the minimum, there's a good chance he could have been sent down to AAA. And he probably, looking at the numbers, he probably should have been. But obviously, they saw something that we didn't see, or they just were just rolling the dice and seeing, okay, let's see if he actually knows how to play.
Yeah. But I think that once you make an investment like that, you gotta at least give him a shot in the regular season. It has paid off, and him and Trout is just such a crazy fucking 3-4 dynamic. And I just want to, before we move on to our segue here, just going back, would you rather have a guy like your superstar when he gets hit charge the mound, or would you like have the guy who gets hit and then just puts his head down, goes to first, comes up next at bat, and hits a home run, ties the game.
It depends on the situation. I mean, you can't every time you get hit, you can't charge the mound, but sometimes like a team needs that.
Well, like last night, we didn't need that with the Red Sox. It's so early.
Yeah, but I like it because it gets the rivalry going again. Like it's a situation, and it's kind of like a galvanizing moment for a team. When they all
if Tyler Austin got hit, put his bat down, came back, and then just launched a fucking home run the next at bat. Like, do you think that would have been better, or do you think what we got last night was as good as it gets?
No, I don't know. There's something to be said. I mean, I'm a big, there's something to be said. What?
Momentum guy, like momentum via fists.
Well, momentum, but even just like, fights like that, especially against like, the Red Sox, that brings a team together.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's been any problems like between the players, but that's something that, once you look over and you see Judge and Stan moving the entire Red Sox team away from the brawl, like, okay, these guys got my back no matter what. It's just something about that. If it was against, the Twins or against, I don't know.
They'd have to be really being dicks for that to happen.
Right. Like, and it probably wouldn't, like at that point, I think maybe they come out of the dugout, but I don't think they're throwing punches like that. Just because, if it's the same situation with the slide and then he gets hit, then maybe I could see something happening. But
right,
I like it.
That's why I agree because Stanton with him slumping the way he is. I mean, even though he's starting to come out of it, once he sees that, I mean, that's got to charge you up. Like now, you really got to want to fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like it gets the juices flowing. It gets the gets people excited. Ready to go.
Going. All right. Yeah. So, baseball's been fucking awesome so far, needless to say. And I know, I mean, there's a lot of baseball's dying for viewership. And I think it's things like that. Yankees, Red Sox is pretty much equivalent to Tiger Woods being back in golf. Am I safe in saying that?
Yeah. I mean, the Yankees, Red Sox rivalry hasn't really been a thing since 2004.
Yeah. Cause I mean, we weren't home. It can only really work with like the homegrown guys.
Right. Yeah.
But, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for tonight. So now we're going to segue. So speaking of brawls, WrestleMania just happened. I watched it. I know you didn't. I don't know how many people who are listening watched it. It was bad. I mean, I'm not really that big of a wrestling fan, but I'll watch Mania every time, and it was just like a terrible Mania. Like usually, like Stone Cold will show up, and that'll be enough for me. American Bad Taker was supposed to show up. He didn't. He just showed up as old, decrepit Undertaker and just fought John Cena, and everybody's like, oh. Not again. Like, remember in college? Here, quick little sidestep at WrestleMania in college. Undertaker's first loss to Brock Lesnar. We were like amped. We got 12 taco boxes. We wanted to get KFC, but we ordered all the chicken and we wanted to put it on our Hawk card. But it turns out their Hawk card machine was broken. They're just like, we already made like the 12 buckets of chicken. It's like, well, this is all we have. And they're like, oh. So they just had to like go put it back. And then you guys came back with 12 taco boxes, which is fine. And then Undertaker lost, and I went to go throw a chair like as a joke, and it launched against the end of the couch and launched right into trampolined right into the TV and just shattered. It was Dante's TV.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, it was you threw the chair, the two back legs hit the edge of the couch, and it sprung forward like the back of the chair went right into the TV.
Dante specifically brought that chair, the TV with him for us to enjoy WrestleMania. So like we had a backup TV, the one that we normally use. So we were able to like do a quick fix and actually get it right back on. I was like, I'm sorry, Dante. So I had to use my mom's credit card to buy him a new TV at Target. The moment I swiped that card, my mom was just like, canceled it. Like that was a nightmare. Fucking Taker and Lesnar. That was so stupid. But anyway, so I came up with something at work. So with all the brawls in the history of baseball, I wanted you to come up with 3 matchups. So it could be like WrestleMania, like a baseball players you want to see fight in like WrestleMania style kind of matches. So you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Let's go back and forth.
Okay.
So I'll go first. I have Ty Cobb versus Bo Jackson because Ty Cobb is a notorious racist asshole, and Bo Jackson is the biggest, blackest guy I could think of, other than Barry Bonds, but Bo Jackson scares me more. So I'd just like to see Bo Jackson beat the shit out of Ty Cobb.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, TLC match. That's what.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah, I just want to see him throw him through a table or I don't know, something.
You want some violence? Yeah. I actually, my first match is a TLC too. Actually, no, it's not. I have an Extreme Rules match. Clemens versus Piazza.
I like that.
Yeah, I want Clemens to get a full bat, right, and not hold back that time. I want to see Clemens Piazza figure out that beef from the 2000 World Series. What's your second one?
Kind of along the same theme. I have John Rocker versus it's a handicap match versus Kenny Lofton and Juan Pierre.
Damn.
So I wanted to get John Rocker. He's a big dude, and then I just thought of the two scrawniest black guys to do like a two on one. See how that goes. That one doesn't really. Oh, yeah, the handicap is the. I didn't really. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. My second one I have down is Cal Ripken Jr. versus Lou Gehrig in an Iron Man match. Which is wrestler who wins most falls within the said time. So we'll call it 5 minutes. Like just guy with the most pins sort of thing. It's just a longevity fight. The Iron Man versus the new Iron Man sort of thing. The pre-ALS, obviously.
Yeah, of course. post
Side note too, the reason I thought about that, I finished like work kind of early today and I read it to like a kind of just avoid. And when I do that, I just read random Wikipedia things. And I don't know what got me onto it, but I just read like Lou Gehrig's entire like story. I was almost in tears. Like he was making great contact as I was on the ball. It just wasn't going anywhere. Something was wrong.
Something was wrong. Yeah, it's a sad tale. I mean, you look at some of his numbers, his stats from his years. I mean, coming out with like 140 RBIs, like 40 something home runs, hitting like 350, like just unheard of. But
if you ever get the chance to just read that entire like summary on Wikipedia, like really, tearjerker.
Make sure you bring your Kleenex.
Bring Kleenex. I was sitting there at Q, like, "What's going on?" No, I lost a customer. That's why I'm crying.
It's under my eye. It's a little dusty in here.
Yeah. What's your third fight?
So I have Yogi versus Bill Dickey to see who has the real number 8 retired for the Yankees, because both of them are retired as number 8. There's no stipulations with that. They just for pride, see who gets the
winner
number.
Keeps 8, loser gets forgotten.
Yep.
My third one's a recent one. It's a today's age kind of match. I wanted to see. I was going to make this an elimination chamber, which is like 6 people coming out of a chamber at random times every 5 minutes. Yeah. But I just kept it 1-on-1. I want to see Noah Syndergaard fight Madison Bumgarner in a tables, ladders, and chairs match.
Yeah, I think Syndergaard's got that one. He's
Syndergaard 6'6", Bumgarner 6'5". Bumgarner's a fucking angry dude.
No, I get that, but like Syndergaard is Thor. Like
Yeah.
he's just built. He's ripped. I mean, it would be a good fight because Bumgarner. I feel like he would get dirty. He would get
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, no, it's true.
In a TLC, you grab tables, ladders, and chairs. You bash him in the back of the head with a table. Maybe throw a ladder at him and stuff. Like I feel like Bumgarner would be perfect for that. Whereas if it was just a street fight, like Thor, a million out of a million times.
Okay, that's fair. So my next one is Aaron Judge versus Jose Altuve in a cage match. Just kind of like reparations for Altuve taking the MVP last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that would actually be a good one because in a cage match, the winner of a cage match is the guy who escapes it first. So he's elusive and fast. Where it's like an Undertaker versus like Rey Mysterio. It's like exactly what that is.
I can see like Altuve, like running at the ropes, jumping off and like scissor kicking in like Judge in the head and then trying to climb to the top. He's climbing for like 2 minutes and Judge just reaches up and just throws him down.
Yep.
He's grabbing
Altuve's bleeding everywhere.
Yeah. Even though he's been climbing for 2 minutes, he only got like 7 feet in the air and Judge is like, nope.
Yeah. But that would be fun. I had a bunch of submissions like fucking forget what I had. It was like we had a buried alive match with McGuire versus Bonds casket match. First one to put the other in a casket. That's a good one.
That's great.
Ruth and Jackie Robinson. Yeah. I wish we could have callers because this would be a good one to get a lot of people in on. But we don't. We have a soundboard though. Did I forget to mention that?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, we bought a soundboard. So we won't have to like stop and pause and add in sound effects. We'll actually be like, if I like want to have a fart sound effects, you just press a button while we're talking. Like it'll be like right when we're
and there would be plenty of fart sound effects for sure.
What'd you say?
There'll be plenty of fart sound effects for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you that after the show. Like I want certain fart effects. We need like different varieties
like
of
a
farts.
Wet fart.
It's wet fart, long fart, short fart, little squeaker.
You know,
PTSD where it's just like, but it stinks. Anyway, with that, we're going to move on to segments
Wait,
to wrap up the show.
I have one more. I have one more.
Yeah, what's that?
I have one more. It's David Wells versus Mo Vaughn, and they have to fight using wet pool noodles. I don't know, because like they would just like they wouldn't do any serious damage, but they just get so tired so quick. They would both just be laying there like bellies in the air, just done.
If David Wells is on acid, I'll take Wells, but if Wells is not on acid, then I'll take Mo Vaughn.
Okay, I just see them hitting each other and just getting to the point where they're both just so exhausted they can't fight anymore. I just feel like they'd be
Well, I mean, Wells, when he does acid and drinks beers, he throws perfect games. I mean, I could easily see him doing that in a pool noodle fight against Mo Vaughn. You know, just like absolutely just
decapitate
John Gruden slapping him with noodles all fucking day long. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. So we're going to move into segments. Before that, I guess we have. I thought this was dead. I thought only our recurring guest of the show, I guess, or friend of the show, was Joe, my old roommate. We had a list. I had a bunch of nicknames. Most of them were self-given. It was just me being drunk. I'll just like give myself a nickname or something like that. But it got so bad to the point where we'd write them down. That's where I got the nickname Roadshow, Tom and Tank. I would give them to myself, and then I'd make sure that they'd stick. So that way, longevity, I would have badass nicknames. So it did kind of pay off. But all of a sudden, Tones is like, "Oh, I have the fucking list. We should unveil one in an episode, and then we'll kind of figure out where it came from." So I guess we'll start with that.
So I just want to say, preface that there's 45 names on this list.
There's 45. That's
an outrageous amount of nicknames, but so I'll start with the first one. Tom and Tank.
Tom and Tank. Yeah, that was just back in the day when I was a huge Mike Allstott fan. That was the name I gave myself. I would wrap up the football and be like Allstott, just like try to plow through people. But I weighed like 120 pounds, so it would never work. I just looked like an idiot out there. But that's where Tom and Tank came from. Yeah, that was. People still call me Tom and Tank to this day, very commonly.
Yeah, no, it's a great name.
Can you read number 24 real quick?
You have it memorized?
I just know number 24.
The Grammar Wizard.
Oh no. I thought it was Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer's on there because he's the 24th nickname.
That's 20.
Yeah,
we should have.
Switch those Grammar Wizard. Yeah, that's a good one. But we'll do those quickly every show. So we accidentally just spoiled 3.
Oh, so a little teaser. A little teaser.
Yeah, we're g're gonna perfect that. There's a lot of good ones on there.
You gotta wait like a half a year to get to those. But
yeah, when we're on episode 50, you'll get them all. So we'll move right into segments with that. We're gonna start with Change My Mind. So Tones. Change my mind. I think it's a fucking weird deal that baseball managers still to this day go in full uniform. Like Buck Showalter is full, like, head to toe Orioles gear. Like, if you look at like hockey, imagine hockey guys, a hockey coach like wearing his pads and everything, like sitting behind the bench. Or awesome. Football. Like imagine like McAdoo in full pads, like doing his shit. I think it's stupid. I want you to change my mind and say why it's not stupid.
I don't think, I think it's stupid too, but I like it because it's funny. Just seeing like, I remember like Joe Torre back in the day, just like waddling out to the mound, like with his fupa, like kind of hanging out of his uniform. Like, that's great. Like, like it's just something about that's just like inherently funny. Like, could you imagine, like, I'm trying to think of a fat basketball coach. Just, there aren't many fat basketball coaches, but like, if there was a fat coach, like, who's the guy for West Virginia?
Oh, that was
Bob Huggins, right? Huggins? Huggy guy. If he just wearing like basketball shorts and like, like a jersey, like, I don't know.
I can't imagine him without the jumpsuit that he always wears. I really cannot think of him without that. Either.
Imagine Andy Reid wearing full pads. That would be fucking hilarious.
That would be wild. On the sidelines, Andy Reid, just like with his helmet, like he had like that classic picture. He's on the Rams with like the one his face mask, just like
punt kicking pass competition.
Sitting there like not even happening on plays.
He was like 12 and he was like 6'5", like 260. He's a monster. Like, I think like in hockey coaches, like you see them trying to like walk up and down the bench, just like slipping because they're on their skates. Like, I don't know, that'd be funny. Like I like I like a little bit of humor in my sports. What can I say?
Yeah, but then like the coach is meant to be taken seriously, and I guess because it's tradition in baseball, you take it seriously. But still, like if that thought crosses your mind as a player, you're just like, look at fucking Buck, like he's an idiot. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you gonna step up in case somebody gets hurt and just like step in and play? No,
you never know.
Shit. I used to work with a guy, by the way, who like used to discredit Joe Torre and say like Joe Buck. what's who am I
Buck
fucking talking about?
Showalter.
Buck Showalter built our entire team. Like, no, Cashman didn't.
No.
Buck Showalter couldn't get it done. You fucking idiot. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It is funny, but it doesn't change my mind on the fact that it's stupid. It's funny because it's stupid. So I guess we can kind of agree to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, it shows unity. You know, like if it's like, oh, I got to wear this fucking jersey, but hey, at least coach is wearing it too.
Maybe this will solve Colin Kaepernick's thing. Actually, now that's a thought. Like if all of a sudden the coaches are dressing like the players, it's unity.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Unity on the field. Everybody dresses the same.
Yeah, I mean, I think there might be some other issues in there, but yeah, it's a start.
Is that an over the line? Yeah, it's an over the line. Sorry about that. Moving on to segment number 2 of Do You Remember? I'll try to keep this one quick because I've been getting a lot of feedback about me fucking rambling on about bullshit. So I'll try to keep this kind of quick. So basically, I was a terrible student, as I've said over and over again on this podcast. So anyway, my senior year, I had a marketing class that it was at like a 4 to 5:15 class that 4 o'clock classes for me just didn't go. I had all my classes in the morning. They finished at 11, and then I had to sit there from 11 until 4 until that class. Fuck that. My day has already begun before that happened. So I skipped that class every time because I knew that it was one of those classes where as long as you like did well on the final project, you're fine. And all I needed was a C or like passing grade.
It's like every marketing class ever.
Yeah, you could pass it. No problem. Yeah. So like we had a team project and I was with like the real hardcore nerds and they were like pissed at me because I was like, I can't come to the meeting today, like this and that. And they were like, fuck this guy. But I would always send in my slides and I would always do my work. So all I had to do was show up and present my shit. And it was the last day of class. So I'm driving and all of a sudden, like I just didn't even look down. My car is fucked. Look down, it's out of gas. So I'm able to barely pull it into a parking lot, like just by rolling. There's no more gas to press on. So I have about like 5 minutes to run about 1.5 miles, 2 miles maybe, in a full suit, a full-on blazer and suit, and it's pouring rain. So there's no time to think. So I just pull in, park the car, and start fucking running. That's it. So I'm just full-on Forrest Gump sprinting down the road, like with this crazy look in my eye. Like if I fucking don't show up to this project, I'm not going to graduate school. This is so like massive that I run this 2 miles in 5 minutes. So my partner calls me. She's like, where are you? I was like, my car ran out of gas. I'm coming. And she hangs up on me. I'm like, fuck. They're like out on me. I'm gone. I'm written off. I'm gone. So as I'm sprinting, all of a sudden, friend of the program, Andrew McKenzie's driving down the street. And I'm like, stop the fucking car. McKenzie slams the brakes, whips a U, and he's able to get me to my presentation. We're able to crush it. Not only did we do well on the project, it was like to present to like a kind of a company that was sponsoring it. So I got like $400 out of it after like it was all said and done. But at the end of the story, after it was over, I had to walk home. Like the whole walk home is about.
It was far.
It was like 5 miles, 6 miles, and it was like pouring rain. And Mackenzie, after he picked me up, he said, "No, I'm in the library." Everybody calls it they're in the library, so I had to just walk home. I get home, Mackenzie's sitting right fucking there. I ended up getting sick.
Of course.
I can't be too mad at him though, because he did save my life that day.
Yeah,
he was just like, "You fucking walk your own." That's the last time I ever ran out of gas. That was ridiculous.
Why didn't you just like stop and get gas and like walk to your car?
I didn't have any money.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll do it.
I wouldn't have come close to that if I wasn't broke. Like I was in that situation where, remember, I came up with a loophole where when I ran out of money, because my mom took the credit card away after I had to buy Dante the TV after WrestleMania, what I would do is I still had the numbers down in my Hawk Card account. So I would take my Hawk Card, put money on there, then I'd go to CVS, and then I'd buy Visa gift cards with it. And then I'd take the Visa gift cards, and that's how I'd buy stuff. But I didn't have any of those, and like none of the gas stations took Hawk Card that I was nearby. So I had to walk all the way home, get my like Hawk Card set up, and like have somebody drive me to the gas station and then fill it up in like a canister and then bring it back. But that was one of the scariest moments of my entire life.
Yeah, it's like one of those like nightmares you have where you just like you show up to class without any pants on or something. It's just like it's just like one of those like dreams that you have where like, you don't ever expect it to happen, but when it does, you're like, shit.
I busted into that because like the middle of somebody's presentation, just like ripping sweats, like I'm here. I fell on the ground and got there and just sat in my seat.
Busted in like Kramer. Just like
it was exactly. I was wearing a brown blazer. Kind of looked like him. But yeah, that was a Do You Remember? So moving on, we got Tone's Bones. Tone, what kind of bone do you got to pick today?
So my bone, I have a bone to pick with my love handles.
Your what?
My love handles.
Your love handles.
Yeah. So at my job, I have to walk a lot, right? I'm on my feet all day. I'm always walking, and sometimes I got to get places quick.
Wait, are you referring to your feet as your love handles?
No. So hear me out. So when I got to get somewhere quick, sometimes you got to get a little arm pump action going, right? And I've been like, this week has just been so crazy. And I've been running around so much that I'm starting to get like a road rash, like on my love handle, just from like, just from the pumping. Like today I came home and it was so bad. Like I had to get some diaper cream and put it on there. Like, do you know how emasculating it is to have to put diaper cream on your love handles? Like just sitting there, just rubbing it in. It's like, why do I have to do this? This is awful.
Mom, do you have any baby powder? Rashes on my love handles.
The worst part is like my parents are in Florida, so I had to call them and be like, hey, do we have any diaper cream? Like, what do you need diaper cream for? Like, I have a rash.
Why do you have a rash? It's because I'm fucking running all over the place and I'm chafing because of my arms.
I'm working.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable. I've had rashes too because I
we know.
Yeah.
Toothpaste. You don't have diaper cream. Go right to the toothpaste.
I do a bad job of when I get a rash doing what you're doing, the proper route of actually taking care of it. I just kind of let them go. I like to scratch them, like I said in the last episode, but it's also a bad habit of not washing sheets very often. I think that doesn't help either. It's like sleeping on sandpaper at this point. I like to pick up where I left off with my bed. You roll out, you roll back in, sort of thing.
Yeah.
The minor bone I have to pick, I'm fucking done with New York. Every single time I go to New York City, once I leave, I get about 8 calls to 10 calls a day from the 646 or whatever your zip code is. And yeah, 646-585-0593. If you're listening, fuck yourself. It's every fucking hour. It's every time. It's only when I go to New York and leave. It's like New York is like, Tom was here. Let's call him every minute. That's it. And then I have to go
New York City's phone number. That's like New York City's phone. Like they know, like Tom, come back. Like we miss you.
It's unbelievable. It's like stop fucking calling me because I have like they always vary it. So it's like 646-585-0593, 646-585-0704, 646-585-0650. Fucking it's like literally it's all the time. And it's only when I go to New York and leave. And plus New York is just such a pain in the ass when you can't just get in a cab and to take subways and shit. I'm fucking done. I'm out in the city for a long fucking time. Sorry, Tones. Well, you're up in the part where I don't have to worry about that shit.
No, yeah, I'm not in the city, so I don't really care. Because I know, especially Manhattan. Manhattan's insane.
Fucking piece of shit place. All I'm doing is going to the fucking bars and watching the Masters. I could do that anywhere in the fucking world.
You could. Yeah, you absolutely could. But like, what are you doing there that they just like they have your number and they keep calling you?
I don't know. Like, I don't really. I mean, like, I'm calling people that like I have to meet up with, and then like I'll maybe spend like money on my credit card. But like, that's no excuse to just start blowing me up, like with New York numbers. I don't get it. It's every time I go to the city though, and it's infuriating. This is the last time it happened was the last time I was in New York, and I had to put myself on like the no call list or whatever, and that barely worked. And the last time I was in New York was a long fucking time ago. I go back, it's fucking Nightmare City all over again. So fuck you, New York City. Fuck you.
Sounds
I
like
wish King Kong won.
Sounds like Mark Zuckerberg is like following you.
He just knows
tracking you.
He's in New York.
Oh, Tom,
because I got off Facebook. He's probably like, we had to find, like once he's in New York again, like put a tracking device on him. We'll know exactly.
Check like the back of your neck. See, there's like a little lump in there. Oh, there's a little microchip.
Jesus Christ.
Fun fact.
Anyway,
I was gonna say Mark Zuckerberg. He's from the town over for me, but he's not looking so hot right now. So I don't know if that's a good thing.
It wasn't his testimony basically. Oops, like people make mistakes. It's like spying on everybody, idiot.
Did you see all the pictures of like him like in the testimony? How terrified he looked and how much of like a robot he looked like.
It's like he's probably sitting there, the guy who's interrogating him, like he probably knows everything about him. Probably like, I know everything about you, Senator. I could say it right now. It's like you're having a gay love affair, like something like that. That's scary.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like he's like talking to like the senator that's questioning. He's like, "Are you really going to be this hard on me, like on your daughter's birthday?" And he's like, "How'd you know that?" And he's just like, got a face like, "Oh shit, you got caught."
Damn. that's good. I saw one where it's him like answering questions to the Social Network theme song, and it just like goes very well. It goes perfectly.
Yeah, he had a
but that
seat too.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. He is just a creepy guy.
Yeah.
Worth so much money. I mean, imagine being worth that much money and just being that like robotic and stupid. Like he definitely just doesn't know how to enjoy it.
Oh no,
he's
not a chance.
Yeah, he's probably got this big house and he probably just sits in it and does nothing, which is probably what I would do, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't do like crazy shit. Like honestly, I would just buy like everything that like I need to never leave my house.
Yeah. That's probably what he did. That probably explains why he's such a fucking psychopath guy.
I guess I'll be a psychopath too.
It's an interesting conversation for another episode right there. Is like what you do if you were like worth billions of dollars. Yeah, you fucking just surround yourself with yourself. Quoting Yes. You ever heard of the band Yes?
Yes.
All right, good. Very well done. Well, that brings us to our last segment. Segment number 4, Ask a Gay. Like I said, we're gonna move our 4-pack of questions over to the Saturday episode. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna add to the segments and stuff, and just have a rip roaring time. Today was more of a lot of stuff going on in sports, and I don't want to drag people on for an hour on this show. So this is like a classic little Thursday show. So Ask a Gay. What do you got?
All right. So I know you're kind of in the minority about this, but like I know you're a sports fan because you enjoy sports. Mm-hmm. But do you ever watch sports for like the man meat, for like the guys? Like are you like, especially football, because in baseball, because they're wearing like the tight pants, you're just sitting there and it's like, yeah. Odell Beckham's got a nice ass. Like,
sometimes, yeah. I mean, like football I worship, but like, yeah, like if the Bucks lose and like I'm already drunk and I've stopped drinking, so I'm just sitting there like a fat mess, and like it's just body's just like, you need to ejaculate somewhere and get this shit out of you. And I'm just like watching the 4 o'clock games. Like, yeah, sometimes I'll just be like, fucking Jordy Nelson. Those Aaron Rodgers commercials keep coming on. You're just like, that'll do.
Are you an Aaron Rodgers guy?
Only in he's not like that attractive, like regularly, but like in the commercials that he does for State Farm, fuck yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. But yeah, I mean, I was going to interpret that question a little differently. I thought you said like, you're going to like fake watch like hockey or something like that just to like.
Like I'm sure other gay guys, like I know you like genuinely like sports though, that's what I was saying. But like,
I haven't encountered a single attractive gay guy who loves sports like I do. Like not even half the amount. It's always just like, hey, what are you doing? I'm watching the Masters. What's that? It's like, oh God, I fucking this so much. It's so hard. Block you immediately if you don't know what the Masters is. Like it's one thing if you don't watch it, but if you don't know what it is, it's just like we're never gonna get along.
Yeah, there's nothing to talk about. We're just gonna sit there and be like,
what's the Masters?
Hey, you like dick too, right? I like dick.
Let's go bounce the trampoline and fucking like and like go drink Shirley Temples. It's like God, no. Sit on the couch, have a couple beers, and just watch the Masters. Nobody wants to do that in the gay community. It's very tough to find that.
Sit down, have a couple beers, and just jerk off to Jordy Nelson together.
Right when you get to the sit down, get a couple beers. Just like, do you have any wine? It's like, no, I don't have any fucking wine. God damn it! Like, that's pretty much what it's the same thing as being straight. It's just dudes, but they're like they're fembots sort of thing, like Austin Powers. I don't know. They're like women, but they're disguised as men to trick you. I don't know. It's all fucked in this community, but that happens. I will find myself just casually just watching a game that I have no interest in and just be like scouting the talent. That happens.
I mean, every once in a while I'll throw on like when it's like college softball World Series season. I'll just like, if the pitcher has a nice ass, I'm just watch this for a couple minutes.
Those chicks are butch though. Is that over the line?
No, that's not over the line.
They're butch.
Under the line.
I assume most softball women are lesbians. I'd say 75% of softball players. And am I over the line now? 75% of softball players are lesbians.
I mean, it's I don't disagree. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's probably around there. I would guess. Yeah,
they all just have sex with each other. Those softball teams,
it's just like a giant scissor party.
Like they win a championship, they're just like, let's just go like scissor. Let's just go.
Maybe I don't. Who knows? I mean,
butch ass women all sweaty after a soft.
Oh, sweaty muff cabbage.
If you listen, thank you. Look for Saturday. Saturday's gonna be fucking awesome because this guy gets off work pretty early, right?
Yeah, I get out at 12.
Oh boy,
I'm excited about that.
I'm gonna be hungover as fuck from Baltimore Brigade game, but I'll be fine. We'll be good, and we'll bring you some fucking laughs on Saturday. So thanks for tuning in. It's episode 5 of TNT. We will see you on Saturday, the 14th.